You know what I realized? Nowadays, many people are telling who women should be. They're telling you should be independent, you don't need a man, you should focus only on your career, and you should be stronger and leader. And while all of that sounds empowering to some people, along the way we forgot what true feminine power actually is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to High Soul Podcast, episode number 2. So, in today's episode, as you heard, we will talk about why women don't need to be feminists and what they truly need is just to remember their power. It's really that simple. Let's get to it. I've been there too. I used to think that to be strong meant to be emotionless, being tough and always in control. That if I showed my softness, I would be weak, and that needing someone meant losing myself. But let me tell you the actual truth. That's not power at all. That's just a simply survival mode. And the real power here is actually the feminine power, which is quiet. It's magnetic and it's the energy that walks into a room without needing to prove anything to anyone in this place. And I don't know where, but somewhere along the way, society made us believe that to be powerful, we have to act like men. We have to love like them, we have to work like them, we have to lead like them, and do everything like them, even live like them. But here we have to understand that we were never meant to compete. Masculine and feminine energy were created to coexist. And believe me, you don't need to be a feminist to know your worth or to show your power in this world. You don't need to shout out, I don't need a man just to prove you're strong. Because we actually do need men and they do need us. Not because we're weak, but because energy needs balance. The masculine protects and the feminine nurtures. While the masculine is building, the feminine actually is inspiring. And when we work against each other, everything collapses. But the moment we decide to move together, that's when true peace, passion, and growth starts and begins in our life. I've seen many women chase independence so hard that they end up lonely. And I've seen many men lose their strength just because they were told that emotions make them look or feel weak. And that's not a progress. That's actually just a confusion because that's not our rhythm we were created with. Feminism actually started as a movement for equality, and back then it was really needed. But what we see nowadays, that's not equality, it's ego and it's pain disgusted in power. And we're not here to fight men. We're here to understand each other and support each other through our lives. Because the moment you decide to start fighting the masculine, you suppress the feminine. And you know what real strength is? Real strength is to look at yourself and say, I know I can do it all, but I just don't have to. And it's being able to receive without feeling small. It's being able to be soft and to feel soft without losing your boundaries. And it's being calm in your own chaos. Because real strength isn't about dominance, it's about balance. And I used to try to control absolutely everything in my life. My emotions, my relationships with people, my future, absolutely everything. And I'm still doing it, but let's say lesser than before. Until one day I realized that control was actually wearing just a mask. And when I started trusting my inner intuition and letting go, flowing with life instead of fighting it, that's when everything shifted for me, for my life perspective and for my own mindset. I stopped trying to improve myself. I stopped competing with everyone everywhere, even with people who weren't on my path. That's when I remembered my power. That's what I want you to do right now. I'm really not here to preach or to act like an expert. I'm just sharing what worked for me and what healed me because I know how it feels to give and give until you forget yourself and you forget how to receive. To try to be perfect in absolutely everything for everyone and then just end up empty inside and even outside. Because in this world, you don't have to fight every time to be seen. Sometimes you just have to remember who you are. And the most feminine thing you can actually do is to be at peace with yourself. Stop proving your worth and start embodying it. Because when you know who you are and when you know your worth, you stop chasing. you start attracting things to you. You attract the kind of love you always dreamed. You attract the people you always wanted to surround yourself with. You attract all the abundance in this universe. And that is actually when a woman steps into her own power. Not the power that the world gave to her, but the power she was born with, and that the power that God gave to her. I want you to stop fighting to be understood. Stop shouting to be heard. Just be you. Just feel yourself. Be in your softness, be in your trust, and be in your own energy. That's your power. And that's why you were created this way. And once you remember and understand this, absolutely everything around the world starts to understand it too.